Hey everybody, it's me again. I promise I'm not going to be sending videos to you every day, but I did feel it was important for me to send out this video, and I'm not posting it for public consumption on Facebook or anything like that. I'm going to send it out to your email. It will be on our YouTube page, but again, I'm not going to advertise it. Because this is not a sermon or a devotion. I want to talk to you briefly and give some further explanation concerning our search for a student pastor and our upcoming vote on Sunday. If you are on our email list, then you've received a lot of information about a student pastor candidate that the personnel committee and I have identified. We feel very strongly about. A great young man and his wife have accepted the position pending church vote. So that brings us to where we are in this COVID-19 situation. Even with the government trying to lift some of the restrictions on gathering publicly, we know it's still going to be a while before we're all together back to normal, in the normal way that we worship. That puts us in an interesting situation, much like it did with our need to have a vote on the new church edition. That went really well with a drive-in vote, and that is what our personnel committee wants to do this coming Sunday. Again, we've tried to put all the information in your hands that we can, but I also know a lot of information can be overwhelming. So I just wanted to hit some bullet points in this video and hopefully answer any lingering questions. Again, you can go back and search the emails for some biographical information on the student pastor candidate and our recommendation, how we came across this wonderful young man and why we feel so strongly about him. What I'd like to do is answer some of the other questions that are involved with voting this way. So the first question, I guess, is why vote now? Why vote now when we're not even meeting physically? And here's the reason why we feel like we need to vote now on our new student pastor candidate. Because this candidate will be moving to our area from about 4 hours away. Which means he's got a lot to get done before he could even physically be here anyways. However, we don't want to ask him to make that kind of commitment of putting his house on the market and things like that without our church making that commitment to him. So again, the committee overwhelmingly 100% feel good about this student pastor candidate. And so we're ready to move forward, and we want to give him the assurance that he can begin to do the necessary things to make a move and know that he has a position open here at the church. So that's why we're voting this way. It's not the ideal way. I wish we could be in a regular business meeting. Of course, you need to remember now we're voting for a student pastor, which means the student pastor wouldn't be here on a Sunday morning preaching a sermon. That is reserved for a pastoral candidate. So he has been here. This is the young man that was here our last Sunday we met together physically. He was here. He met with our youth in Sunday school. He shared his testimony. By all accounts, everybody I have talked to enjoyed him and thought he did a great job. And so we feel good about it, but we feel like we need to give him that assurance. Now, this is very important. Just because we are voting Sunday does not mean he will begin immediately. It also does not mean he will be on payroll immediately. So once all of this situation settles down and we have a better idea of when we're going to meet again physically together and even have our youth meeting together, then we will talk to him about coming on board physically. And at that time, he would be on the payroll. I know a couple of people had expressed concerns. Well, we're not meeting. Tithes and offerings may be off a little bit. Should we be adding this person? So we'll not add him to the payroll yet. When we do add him to the payroll, we will not be adding anything to our voted on budget. The money we will be using to pay for our new student pastor is the same money that was there to pay our former student pastor. So that money is already there. Not $1 will be added to the budget. We are eliminating a part-time position that was there and adding that to the package, but no new money will be added to the budget. He will not be added to the payroll on Sunday or Monday or whenever we vote. We again are doing this just so the wheels can be in motion. When this COVID-19 crisis is over, we'd love to be able to hit fast forward and have a student pastor in place so we can get back to doing ministry the way we want to do ministry. So that's why we are voting right now. And here's how the vote will go down. We'll have some people here, just like with the church vote, on Sunday afternoon between the hours of 2 and 4. All right, so between 2 and 4, you need to be here. And you'll drive in just like with the church edition vote. Someone will come to your car and bring you a ballot, and you will just check yes or no, more than likely, to hiring this student pastor candidate. So again, here's something else I want to throw out there. Some of you may be thinking, well, you know, we don't have any young people, we don't have children, we don't have teenagers, so we're not going to come and vote. I really hope you will not have that attitude. If you are able and feel comfortable getting out to vote, I wish you would come and vote. Even if you do not have a child or a teenager, this is still your church, and this is a staff person in our church. And I just want to tell you from my heart, not just as the pastor, but as a parent, this person will be ministering now to 2 of my 3 children. I could not be more excited about the candidate that God has brought our way. I think he's going to fit the culture of our church really, really well. He has high energy. He loves the Lord. He loves kids. His wife works very closely with him. I think he'll be good for our teenagers and our children. He's also very talented musically, so he's going to be able to help out with that. I'm very excited, and I want you to be excited because, again, even if you don't have a child in our youth or our student ministry, this is somebody that's going to be around, I hope, for many years to come. So if you feel comfortable coming out, and if you are able, I hope you'll come out and vote on Sunday, and I hope you'll trust me and trust our committee and look at the job he did when he was here that Sunday, and vote yes to add this wonderful young man and his wife to our staff. Once that is done, of course, I will let you know the results of the vote. And once we are ready to actually bring him on board, I will let you know that as well. God bless.